Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm your girl Ashley Lee, owner of Chevalier, in the Bronze texture expert and color connoisseur. And I'm all about helping you care for your hair in the healthiest way possible. So today we're diving into a topic that often gets a lot of mixed opinions, but it's heat styling, specifically on natural hair. I'm here to tell you that heat is not the devil when used properly. So whether you're blow drying your hair, flat ironing, or curling, there are definitely safe ways to use heat on your natural curls and on your coils without causing damage. So if you've ever wondered how to do that the right way, stay tuned. First things first, let's clear up a common misconception. Heat is not the enemy. In fact, heat styling can actually be really useful in your hair care routine when it's done correctly. The key here is moderation, using the right tools, and most importantly, heat protection. And one of the best ways to protect your hair while using heat is starting with a solid heat protectant. And no, not all products that claim to work with heat actually protect against heat. So for example, Color Wow is a great product for smoothing and styling, but it is not a heat protectant. Always check the label to make sure that the product that you're using actually says it's a heat protectant. So look for ingredients like silicones or other heat deflecting compounds that create a protective barrier between your hair and the heat. This is something that I love. It is the Blow Dry Fluidifier from L'Oreal Professional. And what's really important, you want to check the label to make sure that it says with heat protection or protects up to 450 degrees. These are things that you want to make sure are on the label to signify that it's actually a heat protectant versus just a thermal styler, something to be used with heat. For those of you looking for a really reliable heat protectant, I love MIZANI Heat Screen or Press Agent, or I love the IGK Spirulina Smoothing Spray. These products do an amazing job of shielding your curls and coils from high temperatures while also adding moisture and shine. And it's crucial to use a good heat protectant every time, especially when you're working with higher heat settings like flat irons or curling irons. Do not skip this step. It's the foundation of safe heat styling, okay? And if you look on this bottle, you can see that it says 450 heat protection. And those are the things that you want to see when you're picking a product for heat protectant to make sure that you're safeguarding your hair. Now let's talk about blow drying. For those of you who are into wet sets like twist outs or rod sets, blow drying can actually be your best friend. So a lot of people think that they have to avoid blow drying at all costs, but blow drying is key to stretching your hair, especially if you want to minimize tangling and see the true condition of your ends. Stretching your curls with a blow dryer before styling allows you to get a smoother and more defined set without much breakage. When your hair is fully dry and stretched, you're able to see the full picture of your hair's health. You can identify any problem areas like split ends or breakage, which is a lot harder to do when your hair is damp or it's curled up. A helpful tip when blow drying is to make sure you're using a good blow dryer with a comb attachment usually or a diffuser to avoid direct heat contact with your hair. And you can also use a nozzle if you are using a blow dryer with a paddle brush. A blow dryer with a paddle brush is a more advanced skill, so I would recommend either a diffuser or a comb attachment, but depends on your skill level. The better you get, the more you practice, the higher up you can go. Keep the dryer moving consistently to prevent focusing too much heat on one section, which that's what leads to heat damage. Aim for usually a medium to high setting, and always remember to protect your hair with the heat protectant beforehand. So we want to be using water-based products, water-based heat protectant, not anything like an oil that is going to be a conductor to heat and speed up that heating process, which can then lead to the heat damage that some of us experience. And now let's talk about flat ironing. If you are a straight natural or someone who likes to straighten their curls every now and then, you may notice that your hair doesn't revert back to its curl pattern immediately after heat styling. This can lead to some concern for a lot of people, but let me reassure you, A little curl reduction does not necessarily mean that your hair is damaged. Natural hair has a lot of memory, so your curls may take a little bit longer to bounce back after flat ironing, but it doesn't mean that you have permanent heat damage. It's all about how you're using the heat and making sure you're not constantly exposing your hair to high temperatures of heat. Occasional heat styling is fine, but constant use of heat can compromise your hair's curl pattern over time. If you're using a flat iron, make sure to set it to medium or low heat, and be sure to use, again, a good heat protectant, like MIZANI Heat Screen or Press Agent. What I love about the Press Agent line is that it starts from the shampoo and goes into the styling products. You're able to address heat styling in every step of your wash day to fortify your hair for the style that you are about to do. So that's what I love about getting a complete thermal line as opposed to using one heat styling product. So that would be a top tier recommendation. Try and go for a range of products that address thermal styling versus buying just one product. And use that particularly for the wash days where you know that you're going to be heat styling. If you're using a flat iron, make sure to set it to medium or low temperatures. What is medium or low? I would say between 390 to 410 is usually good for consumers. Flat irons should glide smoothly through your hair, so if you feel resistance or tugging, you may be using too high of a heat setting, and that's when heat damage is going to start to occur. Also, try to get, this is a titanium plate. I only recommend titanium plate for professionals. If you are at home styling your hair, please, please, please utilize a ceramic flat iron so that you are getting even distribution of heat and it's a little bit more controlled, so that you don't even run the risk of damaging your hair. And here's the best part. If you're using the right heat protection and tools, your hair can still be healthy even after heat styling. I'm going to include some videos of my clients so you can see how the curly girls are playing with their hair without limitations. So to wrap it up, heat styling is safe as long as you're using the right tools, the right products, and paying attention to your hair's needs. So here's a quick recap of my top tips. 1, always use a heat protectant. I highly recommend MIZANI Heat Screen or the Press Agent line. 2, read the labels because not all of your heat styling products are heat protectants. 3, blow drying is helpful for stretch and minimizing tangling, especially if you're doing wet sets. 4, don't stress over curl reduction after flat ironing. This doesn't automatically mean that your hair is damaged. Just make sure you're not overdoing it on the heat. And 5, moderation is key. You don't need to flat iron or blow dry every week, but an occasional style is perfectly fine. I hope that this video helps clear up some of the confusion around heat styling on natural hair. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if there's anything else that you'd like to know about hair care. As always, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.